hypotonic is the stage where there is the we can say more amount of water content as compared to the ionic content. So that is the hypotonic stage. So in the PCT, the urine is in the isotonic form, but as it flows down towards the Henle's loop, it goes on gradually becoming hypertonic, and from the Henle's loop, when it is carried into the or flowing forward in the distal convoluted tubule, that is the DCT, it will become slowly hypotonic, and one stage will come that from the DCT, when it will be carried to the collecting tubule, it will be now in the isotonic stage. So once again I will repeat this, student, just listen carefully, that the mammals, they produce a hypertonic urine. Urine remains isotonic in the PCT, that is the proximal convoluted tubule, but it becomes progressively more hypotonic as it slowly descends the Henle's loop. Within the ascending limb of this loop, it becomes gradually less hypotonic. So within the distal tubule, it is either hypotonic or once more isotonic to the surrounding tissue fluids. So as the urine passes through the collecting tubule in the medulla, it again becomes hypotonic. So from the collecting tubule, when this urine is passed into the pelvis of the kidney, that is in the medullary region of the kidney, it again becomes hypertonic in nature. So it is suggested that the medullary tubules, they constitute a counter current multiplier system, and that the active mechanism is the cellular transport of sodium ions from the urine in the thick portion of the ascending limb of Henle's loop. Recently, it is studied that the chloride ions rather than sodium ions are actively pumped out, and that sodium ions follow passively. So the glomerular filtrate that enters the Bowman's capsule and the contents of the PCT, they are isoosmotic with the plasma of the blood. That is, isoosmotic means we can say they are isotonic with the plasma of the blood. Plasma of the blood which is flowing outside these uriniferous tubules. There is the we can say isotonic condition, means we can say that the urine, when it is in isotonic form or medium, it means that it has the equilibrium or the equal balance of the water and the inorganic contents like the sodium ions or the chloride ions is maintained in the urine which is present inside the convoluted tubule, that is the PCT. Okay, whereas it is isotonic to the fluid which is surrounding this PCT, that is externally we can say. So that is the isotonic media. So the glomerular filtrate, just listen carefully to these terminologies. The glomerular filtrate that enters the Bowman's capsule and the contents of the PCT, they are isoosmotic with the plasma of the blood. About 75% of the original filtrate volume is reabsorbed by the time the tubular fluid enters the Henle's loop. So this reabsorption of water occurs osmotically as a result of dilution of the filtrate due to the active uptake of sodium ions by the cells lining the walls of the tubule. Then the descending tubules of the Henle's loop, they are permeable to the diffusion of water, sodium ions and chloride ions. As the tubular fluid passes through the Henle's loop, it enters the regions of increasing osmotic or sodium ions and chloride ions concentration, and due to this the urine is made hypotonic in nature in the Henle's loop. So water then is osmotically withdrawn and sodium and chloride ions are actively pumped into the tubule, keeping tubular fluid, that is the fluid within the Henle's loop is maintained by the concentrations which are close to those existing outside the tubules. So the cells of the ascending limb of Henle's loop are impermeable to diffusion of water and chloride ions. However, this actively transport of the chloride ions is done outward. As a result, the tubular fluid remains reduced in volume, but it becomes progressively more dilute as it reaches the distal tubule. That is, the hypotonic urine becomes or gets converted into the hypotonic or further into the isotonic medium as it reaches to the distal tubule, that is into the DCT or the distal convoluted tubule. So the cells of this region are permeable to water, so additional osmotic removal of water occurs and filtrate becomes isotonic. So here in this distal tubule, more amount of the water from the surrounding we can say the fluid externally from the surrounding fluid will enter into the uh, we can say the distal convoluted tubule, making the urine to be hypotonic in nature. So the cells of this region are permeable to water, they can absorb more amount of water, and so additional osmotic removal of water occurs and filtrate becomes isotonic. So the final concentration and from the DCT, when the urine enters into the collecting tubule, you will see that it from hypotonic medium it gets converted into the isotonic medium by removing the extra amount of water, and the filter will become isotonic in nature in the collecting tubule. So the final concentration of the urine takes place in the collecting ducts, whose cells can vary greatly in their permeability to water. This variation being under the control of at least one and possibly two chemicals. These chemicals are the neurohypophyseal hormone vasopressin, also called the antidiuretic hormone, that is the ADH. ADH and the enzyme hyaluronidase. Thus, the tubular fluid in the distal tubule and later in the collecting tubule, it becomes hypertonic and is known as the urine. Hypertonic urine, thus produced in the nephrons, passes further into the collecting tubules and then into the calyces of the kidney, which leads to the renal pelvis, and the urine passes from the pelvis into the ureters, finally into the urinary bladder, from where it is removed outside the body from time to time. So blood leaves the kidney through the renal vein and returns to the general circulation by way of the inferior vena cava.